Today is not a day for pious exhortations on the family and family life in general. Today is not a day of denial. First and foremost, the family all over the world is in big trouble, even here, more so now. The pandemic has reduced families to misery in many places. Misery for rich families as they could no longer do family bonding moments so essential to our culture. Misery too, perhaps even more, to poor families. They have too much bonding if bonding were merely understood as being physically close to each other. Among poor families, the problem was physical closeness, too much of it in fact, that the proverbial physical distancing required could not even be thought of. Cramped in tiny homes, huddled together in congested villages and hamlets, only those deep in denial would say that physical distancing was doable in the country. The family is in trouble for many other reasons, thanks to liberalism and secularism. The Filipino family is troubled too, for the world-renowned OFW family heads have mostly been sent back home here owing to the same pandemic. Do I talk today only about problems of families? No. For precisely today is Good News Day for families all over the world. And don't get me started on fairy tales, sugar and spice and everything nice for the Holy Family. Who said so? Who says that the Holy Family lived an idyllic and ideal situation? For starters, the boy was wanted by a lascivious man who could not even imagine a competitor rising. For seconds, the family did not even have a permanent home. As soon as he was born, they had to migrate to Egypt for the first reason just stated. And third, the boy Jesus was growing in age and in wisdom. That growth would come to a head when at 12 he surprised his worried parents by going missing for days. And they found him where he was destined to be, in the temple with wise elders. That early he had to be about his father's business. The Holy Family is extolled by the Church today not because they were perfect, not because they were untouched by the usual problems of ordinary people, but because as normal human families they faced terrific odds and answered bravely to challenges. Well, at the very least, they stayed together through thick and thin. They moved when the safety and well-being of their beloved was being challenged. Joseph earned his keep despite the advanced age, and Mary did her role as mother, young as she was. They did what the Lord required of them, and they did so heroically. Families of the world, you are called to the same heroism. You are not required to be cuddling each other and cooing pious and sweet nothings to each other, but you are called to live despite the problems, go on despite the setbacks, and becoming what you are by God's design. Families, become what you are. You are an image of the church. You are a church in miniature. And church means all of it. The joys, hopes, sorrows, tears, fears, anxieties. But the final reward is simply out of this world with God forever in the next. Happy Feast Day of the Holy Family from your Kalakbay at Katoto.